Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little bit different. There's going to be a lot of different topics in today's video, so you guys can go ahead and use the timestamps down below in the description or just along the progress bar to go and skip to the parts that you guys are interested in, because we're going to be going over kind of a collection update. We're going to go over recent sales, just a bunch of different stuff. So go ahead and skip to the timestamps that you guys are interested in. So starting off, I know it's been a little while since I've made an update video or any video on this channel, and I feel like that was just because we were doing so much, and it just got to a point where, you know, we were buying so much stuff and it got so good. Like the last video that I made, we got the Silent Hill, the copy of Silent Hill, which was such an awesome pickup. We got an Xbox 360. The video before that, we got a limited edition PS3. We got a limited edition Xbox 360, and it just felt like I had to top it every time. And to try to make a video every week with spending more and more money, it just wasn't feasible. So I kind of was demotivated. I was like, this isn't good enough to go and make a video. So today I have spent, since the last video, I've spent so much money, well over $1,000 on inventory. So I want to go and update you guys on what I've bought. And it just seemed like it wasn't enough to make a video because it was like, I was spending $100 here or $150 there. But you know, since the last video, it's been over $1,000. So let's go ahead and start updating you guys. Let's go ahead and start with the pickup I actually got today. So it's a little dirty, but as you guys can see, it is a PS3, the backwards compatible one. You guys can see the 4 USB ports there. This thing is so heavy. We have another one right up there, so this is going to go on the shelf as well. But we got this for such a good deal. So that one I got with a couple games, and I spent $200 on, which was a really good deal as well. This one, the guy listed it today for $150. I sent him a message and I said, hey, would you be able to take 125? I could come pick it up right now. We agreed. I was 10 minutes away from his house, and he said, I've got 2 other guys that are willing to pay asking price. And I was like, whatever, I'll pay the $150. This is still a really good deal. I have had this one for quite a while. I have it listed quite high. I believe I have it listed at $300 on eBay, but that's because the eBay fees and shipping and stuff is just so expensive. But the console itself weighs just under 13 pounds, so it is so expensive to ship. So I think this might be one where we're gonna have to sell it on Facebook, which is also hard because not everyone's willing to spend triple the amount on a PS3 that can play PS2 games when it's cheaper to just buy a PS3 Slim and buy a PS2 as well. So it might be a little bit harder to sell, but I think for 150 bucks Canadian, so like 120 American, that is still a really good deal. And I'm super excited about this pickup. I'm gonna go ahead and get it cleaned up. It's a little dirty and get it listed today. I'm probably gonna list it for $225 on Facebook. So we're still looking at a $75 profit, and it's gonna be quite a bit cheaper than that one. So next up, I don't think I even told you guys about this. This one I've had for a little while. It's a Black Ops 3 limited edition PS3, and it is so cool. I'm so excited I got that one. I picked that one up on Facebook Marketplace as well a little while back. They were asking $150. I offered her $100, which I didn't think she was going to take. She did. I got home, plugged it in, and unfortunately, the controller didn't work. The X button on the controller didn't work, so I had never taken apart any consoles or controllers or anything like that, but I decided, you know what? Can't really get much worse, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it apart and try to clean it. All it needed was a clean. They spilled something on it. The D-pad was extremely sticky. The X button didn't work. The triggers were just sticky as well. Everything just, something spilled on it. So I took it apart, cleaned it with some alcohol, and put it back together, and it worked like a charm. So I'm super happy about that. Plugged in the console though, and the disk drive doesn't work. So I've taken it apart. I bought an iFixit kit here. So I have all the tools that I need to go and take it apart. I did watch a couple breakdown videos and stuff like that. Posted on iFixit my problem on Reddit, a couple different forums and stuff. And the issue is when I go and insert a disk, the rollers actually spin the opposite way. So it tries to spit the disk back out. Can't figure out what's wrong. I've ordered a replacement disk drive, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it replaced, and then I can list that. But recent sales have been like $270 for that thing. So even after a new disk drive and buying an iFixit kit, we should still be looking at a decent amount of profit. So I'm still happy about that. A little unfortunate it didn't work. She didn't tell me that it didn't work. She sent me a video of it actually working. There was another controller that it came with, so she was using the other controller, and she must have been playing a game that was already downloaded. So I feel like I kind of got screwed here, but I'm still happy about it, and I didn't really want my money back because it is still a good deal. But, you know, a couple things just went wrong. So I'm gonna start switching back and forth between this view and my phone view because I wanna go and show you guys the shelf here. You guys can probably see better from that view there. There is so much going on. There's a couple rows down below as well. And this is what I wanna show you guys, the console section. So we have quite a few consoles here. We have a broken Xbox One, so that when the disk drive isn't working, I thought maybe I could fix it. I got a pretty good deal. I paid 50 bucks with a controller, so still not too mad about it. Haven't got that one fixed yet. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and list it as not working. People can use it for, Netflix, streaming services, or just play games that are already downloaded. We have a PS4. I'll get into that one last. This PS4 is ready to go. I just bought it the other day with quite a few games. It came with two controllers, quite a few games. I paid 100 bucks for it. Got that listed for 200. Already have an offer for 180, so hopefully that guy comes and picks it up, but he hasn't yet. We have a PS3 Slim, which I also paid $100 for. This one came with about 10 games and 3 controllers, and they're the genuine DualShock controllers, so I'm super happy about that. I got that one listed for 150, and I'm deciding to keep a couple of the games, and I've already got a couple of them sold, so we're already making some money back from that, but I have it listed for 150. And then we have 2 working Xbox Ones there. They come with a couple games and the controller. I'll go and show you guys the games that it comes with. I have a different stash kind of back here, so I know which ones I'm bundling. So all of these Xbox Ones or Xbox One games I'm going to sell with the Xbox Ones, obviously. This is all the games that I'm offering with the PS3 bundle, and these are the ones for the PS4. We have the 2 controllers for Xbox One. So we do have quite a few consoles, but this one. So this one I bought on Facebook, and the guy actually said that it wasn't working. When you do the software update, it throws up the error code, and it just doesn't update. He couldn't even get into the software or the OS operating system. So he couldn't access his library, couldn't do anything. I actually got it to boot into the OS so I can go into the library, but when I'm updating, it still throws the error code. But it is on version 9.00. If you guys know that firmware, that is the firmware that you want if you're gonna be jailbreaking a console. So what I did is I tested it out and I got it jailbroken. So I listed it on eBay because jailbroken PS3s or version 9.00 PS3s go for like $250 Canadian, or about $170 to $200 American. Just extremely expensive compared to regular PS4s. I think I said PS3, I mean PS4. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and state the issue that I'm having, put the error code, put pictures, but it does boot. So people can go and jailbroken. I have jailbroken it, tried it, I put Fallout Shelter on, it worked, and it works. It connects to the internet, it's not blacklisted or anything like that. So I went and listed it for 200 Canadian. Got an offer for 130. I declined because it was within an hour of me posting it. Didn't want to go and drop that much right off the bat. About an hour later, just maybe 2 hours before recording this video, I sold it for $170. The guy's already paid after taxes and stuff like that, shipping. It's going to the States. It came to about $185. So we have a sold PS4 down there. I didn't even sell it with the controller. So I paid $50 for that broken one. Came with the PS4 controller and the console, the cable, stuff like that. I sold it with the console and the power cord, no controller, for $170. That's before eBay fees, so even after, if we called it a flat 150, we still tripled our money and got to keep a PS4 controller, which sell for probably about $40. I like keeping a couple extra ones though, because I do go through so many consoles. There's quite a few that pop up. They're selling them with no controller. They either broke or whatever, they want to keep it. Doesn't matter. There are a couple times where I've bought consoles that don't come with controllers, so having a spare is never a bad thing. We also have a video coming out a little bit later. I haven't decided if I want to post it yet or not. I've pretty much recorded everything, but I just have a stupid amount of loose discs. So these were ones that are actually working. It started off with me buying working ones and then eBay lots where they're damaged, unrecognized. All the ones with the pink slips are ones that I couldn't get to read. The rest of them do read, boot into the main menu. Some of them work fine, but as you guys can see, there's just a lot of scratches. So I have them listed on eBay as scratched. I told them in the description that it boots into the menu, but I can't be sure that all of them work and are gonna perform flawlessly, but I do have them listed on eBay. Some of them are more expensive. So we got such a good deal on these. Like, I think this first batch came out to like $1.10 each. And then if we flip to the back, we have some more PS3 ones specifically. All these ones that are flipped over, they've been tested. I just need to list them on eBay. Pink slip, again, don't work, but there are some more expensive ones here. So I got an absolute ton of them. I'm debating whether I'm going to post a video of going through them, you know, $22, $13, $19. Obviously, this is just price charting value. This isn't a sold price. And because they do have scratches, some of the PS3 ones, they don't look too bad. That one, yeah, that one's not great. But there are some that don't look that bad, but even like the smaller scratches, it seems like on Blu-rays, can affect it. So there's a couple that I have that are in really good condition, or, you know, to your eye, they're really good condition. Oh no, that one's really bad. Okay, bad example. But there are some that just have fine scratches that don't work. But the Blu-ray drives are pretty durable, or the DVDs. So if they do get scratched, it was a pretty deep scratch, or a scratch that, you know, is going to get rid of some data and it's not going to boot. Next up, let's go over the Fallout New Vegas. So we have 3 copies here of Fallout New Vegas. This is the Ultimate Edition. So it comes with all the DLC. I don't know if I just couldn't figure it out or what, but on the PS3 console, I couldn't go and download. Like, I couldn't access the store and access the downloadable content. I don't know if that's me or what it is, but I think the only way to play the DLCs is actually with having the Ultimate Edition. So these are brand new sealed copies. I picked up 3 of them, actually 4 of them. There's one on the way still for $36 each Canadian, which is a pretty good deal. There's been a couple sold listings on eBay for 60 plus. So I have them listed at $59.99. Haven't got any interest yet, but it's only been a couple days, so I'm still hopeful. And I did want 1 copy for myself. I want to go ahead and keep it on the shelf and eventually crack it open and play it, because I've never played Fallout New Vegas, but Fallout 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. So I'm super excited to go ahead and give that a try eventually. But I do have them listed, and we might be able to get a sale. I might have to drop my price, but I still think 36 bucks for a sealed copy, even though it's the greatest hits version, I think is still a good deal. Okay, so I'm just editing the video and I was way off. The Fallout New Vegas, I actually had listed for $119, and we just got a sale. So after shipping and eBay fees and stuff like that, it came out to $100 in my pocket, and we paid $37. So a $63 profit margin is absolutely insane, and I can't wait to sell the other 3 copies that I have. So next up, before we get into the orders or, you know, recent sales, I want to go and show you guys the movie collection. I know a lot of you guys may not be interested in the movies, but I've kind of just started getting to the DVDs, Blu-rays, stuff like that. And I don't think I've mentioned in a video yet that I've been doing that. So I'm going to go and show you guys the current collection. So I apologize for the mess here, but this is the stack that I still need to go and get listed on eBay. This is one game. But all of these movies still need to be listed. They're pretty much all DVDs. There are a couple Blu-rays in there, but for the most part, these are DVDs. We also have a massive stack there as well that need to get listed. And then over here is the stack that is listed on eBay. So as you guys can see, it's majority Blu-rays. We have a few sealed copies, not many, but a couple of them are actually sealed. We have quite a few. They were in alphabetical order, but I've been selling them, so I haven't been putting, these ones aren't in alphabetical order, but these all were, and they were neat and tidy, but unfortunately they're not anymore. There's just quite a few movies. I believe I have like over 300 at this point. I've spent just over $400 on movies, and I think I've sold about $250 worth. So we have about $150 worth of inventory here, and the movie sales are pretty good. In terms of local sales, they do really well. So on Facebook, I list them, Facebook and Kijiji, I list them for $5 each, or for the Blu-rays, or if you buy 5 of them, I list them for 20 bucks. So I've had a couple repeat buyers. Actually, a couple guys came back multiple times to pick up more. And I'm always adding to the collection, you know, if I can get a good deal. There's sometimes on Facebook, there'll be some that pop up. If you buy a big bulk order, you know, you can get them for as cheap as $1. I went to a thrift store the other day, or not a thrift store, but like a farmer's market. And I got, I think 15 of them for 15 bucks. So I was buying them for $1 a piece. When I list them on eBay, it depends. Most of them I list for around $8.99, and I offer free shipping within Canada. So after shipping and taxes and fees and stuff, I come out with about $5. So I would say the most amount that I'm ever willing to spend on a Blu-ray, or even a DVD for that matter, is around $3. Otherwise, you know, I'm making $1 a movie, which just isn't worth it for me. Isn't worth the time that it takes to list or anything like that. Even this, you know, even making, if I spent $1 on it, I'm only making $4 each. For a lot of people, that's not even worth their time to go and do it. It takes me about 3 minutes because I don't test each individual Blu-ray. I list them kind of as sold. I take a picture of the back because it would just take way too long. And even if I did put it in and it starts playing, it doesn't mean it's not going to skip right at the very end. And obviously I'm not going to watch every single movie and every single TV show I have. So I'm enjoying the movies. I don't buy them nearly as much as the video games. I think I'm probably done investing money into it. I'm just going to keep reinvesting the profits. But I'm probably going to slow down on buying. I haven't bought actually any Blu-rays in probably 2 weeks now. So unless a really, really good deal comes up, I'm probably going to stay away. Like I said, the sweet spot is like $1, $2 is still all right. But anything above that, I typically try to stay away from. I actually have a couple more here. This was more that I bought at the farmer's market for $1 each. So we got a couple more that we got to list. So in terms of sales, we've actually been doing quite good. I did everything on the Excel sheet. So I put all the sales, whenever I buy something, everything goes on the Excel sheet. I did the math for last month. We did a bit over $3,500 in revenue and about $1,700 in profit. Now, when I say profit, that is, I bought it for $2, sold it for $5, that's $3 profit. I am not taking any money out. All of the money is getting reinvested. As you guys can see, the collection is just growing so quickly in terms of the consoles, the games, everything. I'm buying a lot still. So I'm not taking any money out of the business or anything like that. Everything's getting reinvested, but we were profitable last month. So in terms of April, it's currently at the time of recording, it's April 27th. So the month isn't over yet, but we're not doing quite as good. I'm about $1,500 in revenue right now, not including the sales that I just got. I just got about $400 worth of sales today, which is amazing. We'll get into that. But about $1,900, including the sales for today in revenue. So we're quite a bit lower than what we were last month. Now, I've kind of been thinking, what is the reason? I think it's the big bundles. Like I said, last month we spent a lot of money on big deals. It wasn't like I was spending $50 here, $50 there, doubling my money. We had the one deal where we spent $300 on the PlayStations and Xboxes, and we turned that into over 1,000. Like that was, a third of our revenue came from one deal. So to try to stay super consistent, it is hard because, if there's nothing listed on Facebook or eBay or Kijiji, like big deals like that, I mean, it's kind of out of my control. I'm always on there, always looking for deals, but if something big like that doesn't come up, it is gonna affect our revenue. We still have sold a lot of games. The average game sales have been pretty good. Day to day, it's been pretty consistent with last month, but we just had the really big items. Like I said, we had the Xbox 360, which sold for $350. We had the PlayStation 3, The Last of Us one, which sold for $300. We had the other PS3, which sold for $200. Like we had so much volume or so much revenue in the big consoles, the big items, that the games were doing well, but the consoles really carried us to that $3,500 or $3,600 revenue mark last month. But I am still hopeful that we're gonna we're probably gonna hit 2,500. I think that was my goal, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to achieve that. So in terms of the really big sales today, we sold the PSP. We've had this one for a little bit. You guys may remember it's the silver limited edition Daxter PSP. I already have it packaged up, so I'm not gonna go and grab it. But we bought this one off Poshmark quite a while ago, and we only paid $70 for it. Shipped, taxes, everything. So it was a great deal. Came with a lot of games. Some of the games I took out and sold on eBay, and some of them I created one package that I could sell on eBay. With the console. So the games that I sold, I've already sold $90 worth of games. So already $20 in profit, and we just sold the console for $150. So our $70 investment has now turned into $170 in profit, which is just awesome. I'm so excited. I can't wait to go and get this thing shipped out on Monday. And this was something that we've had for a while. I was asking $200 and I accepted an offer of $150. So I came down about 25%, which is quite a bit, but I would rather have the $150 than hold off for, maybe another $25, $30 and potentially wait another month or two. So I'm glad we got rid of it. It was awesome. It was a great deal when I bought it, and I'm so happy I sold it because we have been sitting on it for a while. In terms of consoles, the PS4, I already explained that we bought the one that was broken for $50 and we sold that for $170 today without the controller. That is also going to get it shipped out on Monday. That one's going to the States as well. So shipping to the States is actually quite a bit cheaper than within Canada. So that makes it nice. And there's always tracking. So it was a great deal. So that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I said at the beginning, like I was kind of worried about making a video that wasn't as exciting as the last. I kept trying to top it, but I hope this was still interesting. We still have spent so much money over the last, 10 days or so since I posted a video. I post daily TikToks and YouTube shorts and Instagram reels, but all these pickups, because I feel like they're perfect to go and fit in a 60-second video rather than making a 10-minute video explaining how I spent $50 on games. Pulling up a 30-second TikTok or making a 30-second TikTok is just, I feel like, the perfect length for deals like that. So I've kind of compiled everything we've bought over the last 10 days. And if this is a style of video that you guys like, please go ahead and let me know down below in the comments, and I'll try to make more of them, kind of give you guys, maybe we can do like bi-weekly updates in terms of sales, revenue, stuff like that, things that I've bought, smaller items. And I'm still gonna go in, if I make a massive purchase, like I spend $300 or $400 on a massive bundle, I'm still gonna make an independent video for that. So don't worry, those aren't going anywhere. But like I said, I just haven't spent a whole, big lump sum of money that I thought was worth making a video in the last 10 days. So this is what I've done. Hope you guys enjoyed, and take care.